And it's time now for our ETF report brought to you by Invesco QQQ. Holly Framsted, Capital Group Head of ETFs, is here with us for more. Holly, thanks for joining us this afternoon. Capital Group just launched a suite of active ETFs on the New York Stock Exchange. Tell us about these and what gap in the investing space that your firm saw that these could help fill.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me today. And I am thrilled that we are finally in market. The 6 funds that we launched on February 24th represent a majority of the largest asset allocation or objective-based asset allocation building blocks in a client portfolio. So we've brought to market 6 equity funds and a core plus fixed income product. Across the equity spectrum, the funds focus on a mixture of growth and income-oriented solutions. And when paired with the fixed income offering, we believe create a fairly complete portfolio. We brought these products to market because we were responding to client demand for actively managed solutions in the ETF vehicle to sit at the core of their portfolio. And we believe that this inaugural suite of products brings us a long way toward achieving that.
And also break this down for us and for our viewers. What is the difference between an actively managed ETF fund and a mutual fund, and why should investors consider one over the other?
Yeah, so an exchange-traded fund is regulated by the 1940 Act, just as a mutual fund is. Both funds hold a pool of securities, and those securities collectively lead to the investment results that the investor in the product experiences. But how you interact with and how you transact within the portfolio differs by product. So ETFs specifically trade on a stock exchange. So investors that are looking to purchase an ETF would go to the stock exchange or through their broker dealer to gain access to that product. As a result, they can be useful for intraday trading. They tend to be more tax efficient as a vehicle than mutual funds are. And so what we find is that for investors with taxable pools of money, the ETF in many cases can be a solution that is very advantageous for them. And so I think there's a place for both in client portfolios. And our objective here is to offer increased choice in the way that our clients and our investors can access Capital Group and the fundamental bottoms-up stock selection process that is the basis for who we are as an organization.
And Capital Group's active ETFs have just been on the market a couple of weeks at this point. What has the initial reception been like?
The reception, quite frankly, has been phenomenal. We have gathered about a little over $160 million in just over a week of trading, which I think in itself is a fairly remarkable start to a new ETF franchise launch. And I think what's even more impactful is that we have seen investor interest both in trading and in flows across the entire spectrum of 6 funds. Oftentimes you'll see a concentration in one favored product over another. And I think what this really speaks to is the fact that investors are demanding a suite of core actively managed solutions to build a complete portfolio around. And that seems to be the behavior that we are seeing expressed in the market through the flows that we have seen in just, again, the last week and a half of activity.
And we've heard a number of strategists talk now about how this is now a stock picker's environment. You can't just throw money at a dartboard and expect to make a return like we saw throughout much of 2020 and 2021. How do active ETFs lend themselves to this kind of market environment with heightened volatility and lower index level returns?
Yeah, so we believe in the fundamental evaluation of companies that we want to invest in. It's core to who we are as an organization. And we believe in any market environment that investors can achieve superior long-run investment results through that bottoms-up fundamental evaluation of companies. And so certainly in this environment, like in all environments, we believe that the diversified process of company selection and investments that is inherent in the capital system and how we manage money can lend itself well to delivering on those long-run results that we are focused on for our clients.
All right, we'll leave it there for now. Holly Framsted, Capital Group Head of ETFs, thank you so much again.